So I do apologize. My computer had told me that I had videoed so much footage on the first video that it had closed it. And I had to start at a new one. So, but with that, as I was saying, that Adam had taken had taken of the fruit from Eve, and by them being one spiritually, um, uh, that they had taken on that good and evil simple nature that wasn't of God, and it was of the enemy. Uh, uh, and they had fallen out of obedience, and they fell from under. Remember that umbrella I talked about? When they fell from underneath that blessing umbrella of God, and they were now um, come from under that that blessing, that covering uh, that God had upon them. And so they saw things differently. Now before, they would only see things the way that God see things, spiritually and physically. So they would see it spiritually and then see it manifest physically, in the earth realm. When God brought the different animals to Adam, and he boom 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 boom, just I would say like 1,000 of them name, another 1,000 name, another 1,000 name, just like that. So I I just went for a little break, just for a moment, but I want to return as uh, on returning. I want to start back at verse 23. Now, I went into great detail discussing about how when people are connected, they have intercourse with an individual, they become connected um, spiritually, and then wonder why they seem drawn to certain individuals that is not good, so many words, for them, um, uh, to help them be uh, drawn away from individuals like that. And so, in order to be to disconnect yourself from being drawn, finding yourself being around individuals like that. That it could be individuals that just love the gossip, or just love to talk about people, just love to just say, just talk a lot of negative things. So, and not many things that is good. So it could be an individual like that. So you just want to, they may even talk a lot about their spouse, nice things about their spouse and that sort of thing like that. So not just individuals that had intercourse, but I was just like giving you an example how they find themselves connected, being drawn to people that is like that. And so they but in order to pull yourself away from that, you would have to just say within yourself, in order for me to not be connected to individuals like that, I'm going to have to make a change. I'm going to have to associate myself with people that is the opposite of those type of character of people. And so the more people that you associate yourself with and around, the better it would be for you. So then you'll start seeing a change in the way that you see things, in the way that you start talking about things, is because of what you're hearing, and so when you're hearing individuals that speak positive and that want uh, better things in life and that sort of thing like that, but just talking about good things, so you then you start seeing things on a different level. If you want to hang around people that you want to be get more closer to God, well, then the best thing to do is to start reading this word, and then start associating yourself with individuals that's doing the things that you like to do. So that's another good way in doing that. So, but make a long story short, they were one, and so that's how they, Adam and Eve, found themselves in taking on that sinful type of nature. Uh, and it came from the tree of good and evil, which was a tree that of a fruit that God specifically told them, gave them a command to not do. So they went from thinking only good, because God is good, to thinking good and bad, as I stated, and it took on a sinful nature to do things that was bad also, along with doing things that's good. So